Okay guys, good morning, It's Tuesday morning and fall is in the air, man. I mean in the air, man. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm telling you. It's so much cooler. It's 60 degrees right now, y'all. And the sun's gonna be out today, but it's cooling off for sure. So yeah. So I appreciate all the comments yesterday, and I did put 2 videos up. Well, I just, I did that shipping container after I got off work, and I had already edited the other video. So I went on and threw the shipping container move up too. Moving the shipping container was, well, you gotta be thinking about what you're doing anyway. And so I'm so glad to get it moved over. Now I can get somebody to pour me a concrete slab, and I don't even know if I'm going to use the same people that did it last time, because there's some things that they did that I don't particularly like now that I'm looking back at everything. So I may go with somebody else. I know a couple of guys that do concrete, and to be honest with you, there's a lot of companies that are in these neighborhoods that are building all around here where they're pouring concrete, and I'll just go up to one of them and say, hey man, I need a 12-foot by 40-foot slab poured, and see what they say. A lot of times you can get a good deal because they'll have concrete on a truck, and they'll have, I don't know, some left or something like that. You just never know, man, what kind of thing you can fall into. And when I had the other slab poured, though, the slab is really good. It's all the grading around the slab. They didn't pack the dirt like it's supposed to. And I'm gonna have to go in there and fix some of that stuff. Y'all saw that big gully up behind the concrete. See, I mean, that's bad, man. I'm gonna fill that hole with about 3 bags of 80-pound concrete. I'm gonna dump in that hole right there to hold the dirt in place, man. I mean, yeah, that's not good, man. So, I got a decent deal on the concrete. I didn't spend a lot of money. Well, it was a lot of money, but I didn't spend as much as I could have. But that's what you get sometimes when you're trying to get a deal. They didn't pack the dirt. That's going to be the biggest thing. So they didn't pack the dirt around the edges. And though the edge of the concrete is a lot thicker than the center, I think the edges are 6 inches and the center is 4 inches. It's like a footer almost, But 2 inches, I mean, that's. But if the dirt underneath that is compromised, then you got a problem. And I'm gonna have to go in there and shore up some of this stuff. So, yeah, man. I mean, dude, some of that is not, it can't be holding water either. The edges. It's time to cut this again, man. It's only the 13th, and we need to cut this week, man. The 15th is on Thursday, so we need to cut this on Friday. I'm outside the HOA, roadside HOA. We need to cut it on Friday. Y'all, to check out this trailer right here, y'all. Look at it, man. This is a nice trailer, man. But they got that jack stretched all the way out, man. That ain't good for it. This is a nice trailer right here, man. But look, it's got the tilt bed. That is badass, man. You're missing a lug too. I don't know why he's got missing 2 lugs here, one on each one. But that trailer is badass. So this trailer right here tilts down when you bring the weight back. So I don't know how balanced it is. I bet it's balanced pretty good though. See, look. I only weigh 175 pounds, and look, it came down for that. So and then you lock it in right there with that arm. This is nice, man. You don't have to worry about no ramps or nothing. But what I don't like about it is if something were to ever happen, there's nothing to stop the machine other than your tie downs to stop the machine from sliding off. He's missing some lugs though. Well, look how easy it is to push all that weight down. Look at that, man. That is sweet, dude. And then you just use that arm. Yeah. That's a long trailer, man. That's a nice brush cutter too. I wonder how long. I bet that trailer was at least 20 foot long, man, at least. It might be longer than that. That's a long way. Big old tires, man. Okay, y'all. I think I see extra money over here, y'all. I see extra money. Ruh-roh. Y'all see that? Shit. Y'all see it? Y'all see that 201 T? So she asked me, y'all know that we do this property on the reg. So she asked me to clean this limb up and you know, drag it to the woods. I'm not hauling it out of here. It's way too big for that. See up there, you got all these limbs across, and this is the perfect job for the winter time. I'm gonna come over here in the winter, the man lift over here, and yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty big branch, but you're gonna have this. You don't never want to trim the trees none. And these, I mean, that's the one with that pine tree down there that's leaning all crazy. So yeah. So we're just gonna cut this into some pieces where I can come by with a mower and drag it, right? That's all we want to do. What I like about the 201T is it's a one-handed saw. They call it they call this saw top-handed. I can pretty much get it now. So now as I'm cutting the grass, I can come out here and grab branches. See what I'm saying? As I'm cutting the grass. We ain't going out of our way. I'll charge 60 to do that, what I just did. But I got to drag it off. Now, if I spent 20 minutes, 30 minutes dragging it off, then that'd be different. Well, it'd be less time, it'd be more time consuming. I want to get started on the grass. And as I ride by it, I got to go right by it 100 times to cut the grass. So let's go on and cut the grass. And then we will, yeah. Y'all know, man. I really need to change the blades on the Scag. The Scag is not, the blades are about wore out on it. I change the blades on the X-Mark a lot more than I do the Scag because the X-Mark's a lot easier to change the blades. But I'm gonna make the Scag where it's gonna be easy to change the blades too. On that top nut, on the Scag, and I'll show y'all, I'll put an image up here or whatever. On that top nut, on all 3 spindles, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld that nut in place. So when you go underneath it and you change the blades, then you can do it all from underneath. See, that having to hold that nut on there and all that, that's just, I don't know why Scag don't just make it that a threaded end there. Well, Ray, you can't get it from the top. Then it doesn't matter, because you got to crawl under there anyway. I mean, so if you're gonna crawl under there, let's make it where we can crawl under there in one whop and change the blades. And that's what I'm gonna do on my Scag. It's just as soon as I get a chance. And I'll show y'all. And I'll show y'all what I mean. Because on my Turf Tiger 2 2020 model, you can't get to that middle one. Now I know Big Mo over there at the Lawn Stars, he bought a tool. You know, it's a it's basically a side impact, you know, where you can kind of get it to the side, you know. And that was, I mean, that's a pretty good bit of money to spend for something like that, when I can just spend, you know, I mean, I could spend less than 10 minutes and I could tack weld all 3 of those nuts in place, and they'll never move again. So then when I get up underneath it and I ring, you know, just like I do the X-Marks, I'm gonna do that. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. You're not getting anything hot. You don't have to, I mean, you're talking about just a tack weld on both of them. Well, on all 3 top of the spindles where that nut is on the top. It'll be a lot easier then to put them back on too, because then you can do everything from underneath. You know, reaching up and having to hold that nut and screw it in at the same time on a 52-inch deck, well, that's a pain in the butt, man, because you got the deck all right here in your face. You know, I mean, you know, it's just to me, it's just a terrible design, especially in this day and age when all the other mowers have the other way. And still, I mean, and you know, and Scag makes a good machine, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the machine is doo-doo or nothing, but some of the little things on the Scag are irritating. And you know, changing the blade should be the easiest thing that you could possibly do, because you're going to do more of that than anything. So, you know, just like on the X-Marks, I hate the way the parking brake is, because it never works. You know, and well, on any zero-turn mower. On the Scag mower, I don't like that parking brake either, because when you got twill tires, all the grass goes up into the twill tires, and then it gets all over that hook that locks the brake in place, and it can't lock the brake in place. So I'm gonna have to take the tire off, clean all that out, and I'm gonna have to fabricate some kind of shield there so the grass can't get around that hook. I mean, you know, I'm gonna make these mowers mine, because I'm not getting rid of none of them. Why is that, Ray? Well, because you lose every time you get rid of a mower, to me. You know, y'all know that already. I'm not getting rid of the Scag. I'm not getting rid of any mower until I absolutely have to. And the Scag only has 400 hours on it, so it's still, yeah, I mean, it's still in its infancy. Okay, y'all, so this is what I was saying right here. You see, if I tack this nut right here to this, then that nut won't come loose no more, right? Then I can just back it off from the bottom. Now I still have to deal with the long piece of you know, bolt there, but I won't have to worry about reaching around the top of the machine while I'm in there, you know, underneath it. And
it's stopping me from changing the blades like I need to, or doing anything to the blades, because I know these blades have about had it. See, I don't like, let me get that boy. See that? It's never gonna cut good, but see, I don't like going through the hassle of changing the blades. So what I'm gonna do is, it ain't gonna be, yeah, y'all see it. We're gonna tack it, and then we're gonna change the blades, and we're gonna see how it works. You gotta tack it down while it's all on there nice and tight, because see, all this stuff spins with the blades. See, everything spins with the blades, so it ain't gonna hurt nothing to tack this. And that's what I'm fixing to do. I need to cut me a little groove right there, just a little groove, so I can make sure I get a good bite there. Yeah, get better than that, can't I? What's up with that? Look at that. Hell yeah. So you see, what you do is you're just gonna get this blade right here. It's not a cutting wheel. It's a cut and grinding wheel. And what I'll do is I'll go to the very bottom of here, and I'm gonna make me a little bit of a space right there. So see? And what you don't want to do is you don't want to weld it above this key. Yeah. So like right there, and then I'm gonna go around to the other side, and I'll get it over here real good, and we're just gonna tack a little bead right there, man. Not a biggie. It's coming out just a little bit too fast. Okay, so y'all can kind of see minimal impact. Worst case scenario, I have to cut it and back the bolt out. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. And yeah, so now I'm gonna change the blades on it like I do on all my other machines. We're gonna let the ramp down, and I'm gonna put time lapse and let y'all see me do it. Probably go on the edge first. My bad. Let's see here. Okay. Y'all see, man. Next one. And there you are. So 10 minutes instead of 45 minutes. But look, you still get shit all over you, man. You know, it's just so much easier on the other mowers, man. This is the hardest blade change, but that makes it a lot easier. I will be more likely to change blades now. Good thing, because look. Y'all think it was time to change the blades? I think it was. And that, y'all, is how I am going to be changing the blades from now on the Scag Turf Tiger 2. Yeah, y'all.